So here we go from St. Paul. Wild back at home. They've been shut out in back-to-back games. Mikko Rantanen and the Canes on the road. Lines and pairs will filter through on the bottom of your screen. And we get an early whistle. 8 seconds in with the puck out of play. For Ron Brind'Amour, they have not been very healthy. The flu's been going around, so it is normal today. They're back to 12-6.
Yep, and yeah, he played a little 11-7. Even when we saw him this morning, he said, I just don't know. We had one day we had to have a bucket on the bench. It was people were just not feeling very well.
Yeah, they had someone vomiting during warm-up the other day. 5 players at one point, all sick, but getting healthier. In behind, Jordan Martinook had it pop off the stick there of Joel Eriksson. Got it back, and the backhand denied by Filip Gustavsson.
And what he's been able to do. How about the fact he made so many saves against Ottawa and still gave up 6 goals but made 46 saves. I mean, he was unbelievable.
Pass to the goal line in the corner, shoveled across, and Freddie Gaudreau cut it off, and the Wild get out to center. Here's Marcus Foligno, the 14th-year vet on the hop with a shot from out high. On the reload. Pass to the slot from Robinson, didn't find a home, and then this one goes out of the reach, and Hustadinov speeds in, out in front, score! Yakov Trenin starts the scoring for the Wild at home.
But they take advantage of a very quick very quick transition through the neutral zone. It's a funny bounce coming off the wall, and how about the wheels of Hustadinov to beat it and then know that he's got some support in front. So, you know, to me, it's not necessarily a pretty play. They're just throwing it out in the neutral zone. They take a funny bounce off the wall, and then Hustadinov goes to work. They were thinking all offense. Sort of forgot about that defense thing.
Here's Burns moving in, trying to go short side on Filip Gustavsson. Svechnikov got it back to the line. The shot came in wide there. Squirted out. On the move, Chatfield was denied. Darting in on Gustavsson. Hinostroza banks it out to neutral ice, and Chisholm stepped forward. Had it wiped away. The Canes carry it back in with Hall with a shot from the perimeter, and Gustavsson earns a whisk up the railing past Trenin. Collected there by Jaska and carried ahead by Jack Roslovic. 18 goals this season. The backhand easily handled by Filip Gustavsson.
The Minnesota Frost out here, they've got a great fan base too.
Do they ever? We're going to be sprinkling in some of those vignettes throughout the night, showing you some of the people face off. Aho in behind, 51 points. Slavin with a drive that goes wide. Burns a pinch, sent it back out in front. Gustavsson kicked it out. Burns spins to win it back for Carolina. Blake with a pass, off the wall, picked there by Walker. Sent it into the high slot. Blake with a shot. Fought off with Kotkaniemi out in front. And Bogosian wants an extra piece of it. Now we've got a penalty coming on Zach Bogosian. Anderson off to the bench. Extra attacker is on. The wraparound against one of the worst PKs in the NHL in Minnesota. Aho for Rantanen. Back to Burns, a one-timer that is gloved by Filip Gustavsson. Now it's Rantanen, bottom of the circle. Down low, back from Aho. Rantanen surveys, Aho scans. Aho tried to lift it short side. Gustavsson did a good job covering that left post, and a clear from Middleton. It popped out for the Wild to control the center. Turnover and right back in. There is Jordan Martinook on the backhand off the near side post on a backhand delivery. With that Boldy line out there, centered by Rossi and with Zuccarello.
Yeah, different look for John Hines. It'll be, lines have been changing a lot.
Brodin gloved it down, and the one-timer was set up beautifully for Matt Boldy. Bounces down, and just in over the line. Rantanen pulled up, protected, slipped it for Sebastian Aho. The Finnish connection. Aho got it back. Chatfield, a wrister, swallowed up by Filip Gustavsson.
When they come back, they're going to be fresh, ready to go. I think the fact that the management brought in these big trades, it shows faith, and I think that it shows them also. You got somebody like Rantanen, who has been so good in his playoff runs with Colorado.
Johansson protected the puck, got it into the circle, net front, sent wide by Joel Eriksson Ek, and we've got a penalty coming for a hook on Carolina.
But I think it's pretty great that we get to the point where there's a lot of them.
Great pass for Aho, moving in on the backhand, denied by Filip Gustavsson. With 46 points this season. Out of the corner, Brent Burns got it to the line, but not out. Now Faber with some space, a shot, fought off by Anderson.
You get some of those guys that you're missing. just 2 games ago.
Yeah, second game back for him and Johansson. Orlov was able to cut off in the high slot. Chatfield batted it. Foligno denied over the top of the net of Anderson.
This period was Carolina all the way, and then now we've got Minnesota certainly had some great chances. None better than this one that didn't go in, just up and over.
Juha Jaska tangles there with Jonas Brodin. Now Robinson centered it and handled by Minnesota. Spurgeon in front of Gustavsson. Minnesota had gone more than 124 minutes of game action without a goal. It's only the 6th time at home all season that they lead after the first period. And Rossi jabbed it along for Boldy, who settled it. Boldy pivots away from Brent Burns. Boldy, power move toward the net, and Anderson makes the stop. Line filtering onto the ice for John Hines. Picked off the wall. Kokaniemi turned it over. Trennan with a feed. A shot from Eriksson Ek, denied by Anderson. Rantanen carries in over the line. Rantanen with a shot that goes wide.
It's because he stays on there under their cap with this suspension.
Yeah, so it ends up with Hinostroza claiming a spot today. Burns with a shot, fought off by Gustafsson, bounces down into the corner, tapped along by Faber. Aho flings this one around, and Marco Rossi's on it.
I think he's lucky too that Stutzler wasn't more injured. I mean, that was a scary play.
There's a pass for Aho and a save made by Gustafsson with a penalty coming as well. It's a slashing call.
Well, they've been able to get a lot of icings, and here's Joel Eriksson Ek with a great stick position, a good read, and now a chance.
Gaudreau with a shot swallowed up by Freddie Anderson with 5 seconds remaining. Middleton rides Jaska into the end boards. Roslovic digs it out. It's back to Burns on his heels. Kicked out by Gustafsson. All right, Arts, always good to hear from you, my man. See the wild card standings in the East. Burns with a shot, handled by Gustafsson, who will fall back.
It's a good shift by that line for Minnesota, Matt Boldy.
Burns a stretch pass up ahead, moving in. Blake denied, but a penalty coming on Brock Faber.
Here's a look at what happened. A beautiful pass by Brent Burns, and up to Jackson Blake, and then Jackson Blake is a step in front of him.
Not far from here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. A scare earlier this period. Back into the game, and Blake with a move. No! Lost the handle as he made his move.
Some nerves. We mentioned 21-year-old right there. He sort of loses it, and then he comes in, eyes up the whole way. And I like this cutback. He had him. I mean, if he had come back on his forehand, he had Gustafsson, and instead he loses it. It comes through, and then, by the way, how about that little move by Gus right there?
The Wild pick it out of there and lug it ahead with some speed. Ogren, Johansson denied by Freddie Anderson. As we start the third. Freddie Gaudreau wins the opening faceoff to begin the third out to Vinnie Hinostroza, but it's taken away quickly.
He smiled and he said, oh, yeah, you're right. I know. You guys have it.
2-on-1. Gaudreau bent on the pass. Got it back, and a shot on Anderson approaching the short side. Brodin swipes it along for Spurgeon. A soft wrister. Hit the crossbar. Anderson falls on it. No signal just yet, and it looks like Freddie Anderson located and kept it out. Wild think they have a goal.
See what happens. Let's take a look at how this happened. Hits the post.
Extra attacker is on for Carolina. Svechnikov played it back to the line for Dmitry Orlov. Now Svechnikov for Jarvis, trying to tuck one out. Aho spins, scores! Carolina's on the board with 2:48 to go in the third.
Good puck retrieval, too, down low. But here, this shot gets, you see Jarvis, he puts it right out there, and then Aho, he's looking, doesn't know what to do, and then puts it on his forehand and tucks that right inside the post. Good spinorama.
So Sebastian Aho's 18th and his 5th in the last 8 games. Shielding Svechnikov. Faber around the wall, not out. Off a Boldy skate. Branton in a shot, and a save. Gustafsson. It was knocked down by Kokaniemi.